Hello friends, welcome back to another session of Web Technologies. In today's class, I'm going to show you how to do input sizing. So what is meant by input sizing? Input sizing means that we will be setting the height of the input elements. Not only the height of the input elements, you can actually set the width of the input elements as well. So how this is possible? So setting the height of the input elements, you can do it using the two classes. So there are two classes which are input-lg and input-sm and so on. And to set the width of the input elements, you will be using the grid column classes such as col-lg hyphen and then how many columns you require, like 4 columns or 5 columns, as we already know that each and every row is consisting of 12 columns. So let us get started. So before getting started, let me show you for what I have written this code. So as you can see, this is input sizing height wise. So you can see this is an input element, which is a text element. And you can see the height of this is by default. Okay, so this is by default. And here you can see this is small and the height of this is small and the height of this is larger. Okay, fine. So let me actually give the text in it so that you will be able to distinguish it. So I'm giving Sudha here. So this is the default one. So this is the small one. So you can see that the height of this input element is small and even the font size inside this input element is small. Now coming to the large one. So you can see that this is the large input element and the size of the font also is larger. So this is the code I have written to achieve that height of the input elements to be large or to be small and so on. So in here inside the head section, so I want all of you to take a look at the head section here. So inside the head section, so this is the link over here. So this is the link to the Bootstrap. Okay, so the Bootstrap version that I have used here is Bootstrap 3. And this is the method which is CDN, Content Delivery Network. So I have connected my HTML to Bootstrap framework using Content Delivery Network. Okay, so this is what we'll be doing in the head section. And then coming to the body section. So this is entirely my body section. So inside the body section, I have taken a container. So this is div class is equal to container. So container will not take the full width of the viewport and the container fluid will take the full width of the viewport. So that's the difference between this. And I have put a heading over here. So which is H2 heading. So I said input sizing height wise. And then I have taken labels over here. So this is my first label to say default size. And this is my input type is equal to text. Okay, so this is by default. So here the height of the text box that we are going to create will have the default size. And the next is the label and the input over here. So as you can take a look at here, I added one class over here, which is input-sm. Okay, so I just added one class attribute. So I said class is equal to, and the value is input-sm. Okay, again, I have added one more label and I said class is equal to input-lg. Okay, this is regarding the text boxes. So the first one is the default one and the second text box is small and the third one is the LG. And next coming to the select option over here. So this is my entire select. So inside the select, I have given options, 4 options. Okay, right. So this will be the select box here will have the default one. And next is a small one. So here I said input class is equal to input-sm. So wherein I'll be getting the a small select box. Okay. So then I said input -lg, wherein I'll be getting the large. So nothing much we have done. What we have done is we just have added one attribute, which is a class attribute, and the value of the class attribute is nothing but input-sm. Okay. So by doing this, we'll be able to adjust the heights of the input elements. So when I run this, so you can see this is what we have got. Okay, so this is default and this small and this is large. And then this is default and this is small and this is large. So this is regarding adjusting the heights. Let me tell you one more program wherein we'll be actually by using one class, we can control all the elements inside a form. So by using the class which is form-group-sm, we can make all the elements inside the form to be small. And by using another class, which is form-group-lg, we can make all the elements in the form to be large. Okay, so that's what I have done here. So inside the body section, I have taken a div, which is class is equal to container. And then I put a heading, which is input sizing. And this is my form. Okay, so this is my form. And inside this form, I have two divisions. Okay, so this first div will actually have the elements which are a label and an input text box, and then I have a select. In the second div also, I have the same three controls, which is label, and then I have a text box, and then I have a select. But what I have done in the first div is I have used a class which is called as form-group-sm. So when I apply this particular class to this div, what happens is whatever elements are there inside this div will become small. So the height of all the elements like the label and then the text box and then the select, all this will become small. In the div, I did not give any class over here. So that's why all the controls over here will be default. Okay, so once I'll show you the small, I'll also make it large and show you. So let me save this and go back to the browser and let us refresh it. Okay, so as I refresh it, you can see this is small. Okay, so the first div, so this label and these two text boxes here is the first div, and these are this label and the text box and these two text boxes are the second div. As you can see, the height of these two text boxes here are considerably small compared to the default one. So you can see, let me type my name. So I said Sudha here and Sudha here. So you can see these are the small ones, and you can see it is applied to all the controls inside the first div. So in the same way, let me actually change the class going to the code. So here we have form-group-sm. So here I'll change the name to be form-group-lg. So now what happens is the input and the select and the label, whatever controls are there inside the div will become height to be large. Okay, so let me change the ID also. So the ID is LG, and then this is for the LG. Okay, fine. So let me save this, go back to the browser and refresh it. So you can see now the controls, all the controls have become large. Okay, so you can also do it individually by using the classes which are input-lg and input-sm and so on. And you can also change all the controls in a form by using the class which is form-group-sm and so on. This is regarding setting the heights of the input elements. Now let us take a look at how to control the width of a element. Okay, so we can actually make the width of an element to be small, large, and default. So let me actually show you that. Okay, friends, this is regarding width and column sizing. So to do the width and the column sizing, what I did is to show that I have created a form. So this is my form tag, and this is the off tag of the form. And inside this, I have taken three divs. Okay, so this is the first div, and this is the second div, and this is the third div. Okay, now coming to the first div, inside the first div, I have put one label and I have put three input text boxes. Okay, and then I have put inside the div, I have put a class, which is nothing but class is equal to col-xs -2. Okay, so I want it to span across two columns. So this is what I mentioned. In the second div, I have put a class which is saying column-xs-3, which is like it, I want it to span across three columns. And then in the third div, I have put that the elements should span across four columns. Okay, so this is what we have done. So let me save this, go back to the browser and refresh this. Okay, so as I refresh this, you can see this is spanning across two columns, and this is spanning across three columns, and this is spanning across four columns. So 4 plus 3, 7, and 8, 9. And then you have three more place for three more columns over here. Okay, and as you can see that I have mentioned that it is div container. So you can see it started off here. Okay, so container fluid will take even this width, but when I said container, it will start like this. Okay, so with a margin. Okay, so by using the classes col-xs-2 and then so on, you can actually control the width of the columns. So this is regarding the input sizing. I hope this video is helpful to you. Thank you for watching.